Want to bet? You can do it at Sports Interaction. It's Canada's sportsbook. It's football season. World Series just wrapped up.
My favorite.
Yeah, Steve, who knows so much about football. World Series did just wrap up, but we do have a lot of puck and a lot of NBA. You can bet pregame, you can bet live and play, or on one of the many prop bets made for Canadians by Canadians. Sports Interaction makes it easy to deposit, play, and cash out. So join now to see all that betting has to offer. Head to sportsinteraction.com/SDPN. That's
sportsinteraction.com/SDPN.
You were faster.
Thank you for doing that, because he would have messed it up.
I wouldn't have. I know the read. You know what you forgot? Ontario only, 19 plus. Please play responsible. You guys both made fun of me.
All right, let's talk about the Leafs losing. Coffin one up in Vegas. The thing that everybody's talking about, in Toronto versus Vegas. The thing that everybody's talking about, it's a good thing you guys corrected me on where the game was played. We would have fucking lost the whole show.
You fucking idiot.
You can imagine the comment section? No, yes. I'm just kidding.
Yes, I can.
Though the thing that comes out of this game, especially out of Sheldon Keefe's mouth, that I thought that was the most interesting, is game management. He said, we still have a long way to go with game management. I don't think if you watch this game, other than the first minute and the last minute of the game, really, the first minute, the first 40 seconds, man, that sucked. The last minute in overtime, wow, that really sucked too. Man. That was a good, hard-fought game against a Vegas team that's very, very good. Two good teams playing very good hockey.
Yeah.
A lot of up and down. I think you got to be happy with that as a Leaf fan. It's a loss that it's like, we lost to a team.
I'm happier with that loss than previous losses, if that makes sense. Okay. So, what do I keep hammering? Arizona, they lost. Montreal, they lost. Maybe, I don't know if Montreal should be lumped into that conversation anymore. They're doing okay. San Jose loss. Anaheim loss. The common denominator of all those losses is they looked like shit. If all those losses looked like this one versus Vegas, people still would have been mad. There would have still been some of the same discourse.
But not like this.
But people would be like, you know what? Pucks are going to bounce their way. So in that way, it was a good loss. But for me, I'm looking at this game and I'm like, you dominated them and you lost because you made all 4 goals went in off bonehead plays.
Yes.
If you listen to the beginning of today's LFR, Steve is a lot closer to where I was last episode than you were in your previous LFR.
Yeah.
You're slowly coming around to that was not the best. That wasn't the best playoff hockey out of this team. Like they weren't setting themselves up for April success with that loss to Vegas.
And, you can talk about, well, it's not April. Okay. Just, you know what all winners do? They keep the bar nice and low.
Until April.
You keep the bar mid. You're going to have a mid team.
Right.
Sandin.
That was unforgivable.
Well, it's a microcosm of his season.
Well, it's what happens when you miss training camp.
He's been bad.
Mm-hmm.
He's been bad. And you could say the Leafs aren't exactly putting him in a position to succeed by putting him on the right. That's the position that's available.
That's why you signed the contract. He signed that contract, by the way, because 2 Leafs, Liljegren and Ben, went down. And he knew there would be an opportunity for him to play some serious minutes.
Yep, and in those serious minutes, he's looked terrible.
And
frankly.
that contract, unlike with Nylander, which everybody remembers, the contract that he signed is the one that was available to him all summer.
Yeah, and listen, I got asked a question that I didn't put in the LFR, so I'll answer it now. Who would you rather have in the lineup right now if you had to make a choice? Rasmus Sandin or Justin Hall?
I think you're going Justin Hall.
I know who I'd like to have under contract, and that's Rasmus Sandin going forward. I think he's going to be better.
Skills are there.
Skills are 100% there. But if I have a gun to the earth, aliens coming down, and you got to win one hockey game, and I have to choose between Justin Hall and Rasmus Sandin to put into the lineup right now of a winner-take-all game, I'm absolutely putting Justin Hall. Are you kidding? Sandin hasn't been enough of a factor offensively. I think he got an assist last night, and that's his bread and butter. He has been laying a lot of hits.
Mm-hmm.
I like that he does that, but boy, his own blue line, anything in the defensive zone that's not directly in the corner, it's just not there. So anyway, that's the first goal. Liljegren has, I mean, he didn't think he played that well if you watch the interview.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, and it's the best offensive game of his career. He scored 2 goals. But cough one up.
Bad turnover.
There's the second gift. What happened on the third goal? Oh, the
Willie.
third goal was shorthanded.
Yeah.
Willie!
Willie Ham's gonna fucking flail at it.
Willie! Come on,
Jesus.
man. Like that's an easily avoidable mistake. Morgan Riley's back there doing his job. Mitch Marner's not the friggin' Flash.
He almost was.
He almost was.
Man. He was
Mitch
going.
was buzzing last night.
He was going.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Besides, then fucking terrible over the glass penalty.
terrible over the glass penalty. He was on the ice in overtime.
Oh, yeah.
But we know he can create magic.
Mm-hmm.
He can create magic. And if that's not the Leafs in a nutshell, I don't know what is. They giveth and taketh away, right? This friggin' team. So I guess to put the leafiest spin on it ever, they're losing better.
Totally. And I was encouraged by that. But they're going to lose games. They're going to make mistakes.
That matchup in a 7-game series, Leafs lose 4 games.
I don't think
Vegas
so.
wins that series.
No, I don't think so. I think the way the
based on last night?
Yeah,
or?
No
if
way.
you saw those 2 teams play,
no,
based on last night,
same lineup,
7-game series,
Leafs are going to win.
who are you taking?
No, that's the sort of game. The Leafs, I'm a student of their playoff losses, right? And in almost all the series have a loss where you can look back on and go, that was fucking unforgivable that you lost that game. I can't really think what it was in the Tampa series. You could argue game 6. They had the lead in the third period. There's the penalty. They were the better team in overtime.
What happened when it was up 2-1? Because they were up 2-1 in that series.
They lost game 4.
Yeah.
I don't remember how.
Was it not a close game? I forget.
There was one game where they got their ass kicked. I think that might have been it.
It might have been game 4.
Yeah,
Okay.
that might have been it.
Yeah.
I mean, Montreal, I don't know, all of them. All of the... I can't hold game 1 against them. Game 1 was really close. I mean, at the end of the day, game 1 doesn't matter. You're up 3-1. You're up 3-1. So take game 5 where you were easily the worst team on the ice until you were down 3-0. Game 6, same shit. They got outplayed the entire time except for overtime. And game 7, they got outplayed the full 60. They really committed to that one. So take your pick. Boston, you got to close that out at home in 2019, game 6. 2018, you have an opportunity to tie the series at home. No Bergeron in the lineup. You allow a goal first minute on home ice. Sound familiar? They lead the league in first minute goals. They're on pace to allow 17 of them this season.
So
my point was that all those losses that you just outlined, did you not see a lot of last night's Leafs in those losses?
Yeah, sorry. Where I was going with that is I don't see a Leaf team that would get swept by Vegas.
No, not swept. I said they would lose 4 in 7.
Oh, yeah, no, I see a team that would lose a 7-game series.
That's what I said.
But be fully capable of winning.
Of hanging in there.
They're 100% capable.
Yes, a couple bounces.
And this is why, so this goes back to a thing that has dogged the Leafs for years. You touched on it. You guys both touched on it. Why can't this team start on time?
I don't know. And it was a problem.
Why is the first minute and why is the first 10 minutes sometimes so hard?
Yeah. Again, you got to be a student of this team to talk about them. Sheldon Keefe needs to do his job to prepare. Fuck! It happened to the last guy!
What's the common denominator?
The players. Well, but even they'll bring in different players!
No. Sorry.
They'll bring in different players. I do like Jeff O'Neill's point.
Which was?
Which, like, what the? Why do you have the fourth line in the ice?
Yeah, that was so stupid. Like he's like, you got the chance to have Matthews out there. You run him every time. Are you
run
out of
him
your
every
mind?
time, but then Vegas throws their first line.
4v4.
Well, then what do? You throw Tavares, for God's sake. Why do you have both these guys?
That was fucking boneheaded.
It was so stupid.
Like, it just kills me watching Austin Matthews' first shift to the ice, and I look up at the monitor, and before his skates have even touched the ice, it's 1-0 for the other guys.
And you're like, oh, it's 16:42 left in the first, and Austin Matthews is touching the ice.
But the one part of that narrative that is overblown, it's Sandin's fault, and he's not on the fourth line.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing you could argue is, why is it fourth line, third pair? That was Galaxy Brain.
Hey Vegas, we know you're good, so we're gonna show you our very worst.
Like,
I don't get that at all. I maybe they were trying to get cute. Like sometimes coaching staffs overthink things. They try something. Oh, maybe this is the way. It's not the way.
yeah.
Start your best players.
Can I give you one of the narratives, and if you can dispel it, that would be great.
Ooh.
Because a lot of people are saying that, hey, our third string goalie is in there,
Knock it
and
off.
we're on the third game against one of the top teams in the league.
Knock it off.
We had getting 1 point was a good win. Good win for the team, and that we came with 1 point, and we should be happy.
No.
Stop.
Dispel
Stop being happy with a loss.
Stop setting the bar. No, you can be happy with a loss.
I think you can respect how the team played. I was the one. Hey, you're telling me I was the one who came in here and was like, I guess you're going to lose against good teams. Is what I said. I said that.
It's a middling.
Happy-go-lucky Adam.
But to say that you're like, well, man, this is the NHL. You got to fucking work with what you got.
You know who's got their third goalie in net right now?
Who?
Vegas.
Oh, really? How's it going for them?
Robin Lehner is supposed to be their starting goaltender.
Mm-hmm.
They went out and they got Aiden Hill,
Mm-hmm.
who makes a lot more money. And Aiden Hill and Logan Thompson were basically supposed to battle it out. And they got Laurent Brossoit, who I believe is hurt. Like, Logan Thompson was not supposed to play games for Vegas last year.
Yep.
And he has since become one of the best goalies in the league. Now, that is rare. And I'm not asking Eric Shelgren to be Logan Thompson.
Are you even asking Eric Shelgren to have a 9 save percentage?
No, dude, he made big saves in big moments.
I'm asking you. Are you asking him to have a 9 save percentage?
Flat
9.
I'd like that. That'd be cool.
Is that a reasonable expectation?
Oh,
Because
no.
It's not. What's reasonable?
Well,
875? 885?
Well, higher than 875. Like an 890.
Okay.
890. He's your third stringer. And you know what's wild? And no one has talked about this, but we have a show with microphones, so let's do it now. The Leafs have, I believe, their 19th back-to-back of the season coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who
Is that it? Only 19th?
Who at the NHL schedule offices hates the Leafs so fucking much? This is like
the
their
back
fourth?
half of their schedule is very easy.
Thank God.
Yeah, it balances out.
The first month and a half has been brutal, but so they got a back-to-back. Starter usually gets the front half, right? Okay, cool. That means Keith Petruzzelli, NHL debut, Hockey Night in Canada against the Canucks. So maybe take the over on the Leafs versus Canucks game.
Yeah.
Who I dropped Thatcher Demko. I finally did it. Did it. He's going to play a lot of games and lose most of them. I don't care. I waited over a month.
Who are your other two goalies? Because you like to have 8 goalies on your roster.
I have Allmark and Swayman is on IR. I got to pick someone up off waivers, and I've made peace with that.
No, you could run with just Allmark.
He's
been unreal.
When you have the best, I think he's the best fantasy goalie in the league by points. I got him off waivers. I'm making peace with the fact that I'll just have to get someone off waivers.